I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Village Board for September 28th, 2021. Could you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Franz? Here. Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
Trustee Perez?
Here.
That's 6.
We will now move to the public hearing on 3 village applications for community development block grant funds. The village is seeking grant funds to help pay for the 2022 residential streetlight project, the Brown Gate subdivision roadway and water main improvement project, and the Argyle and Twin Oaks roadway and water main improvement projects. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll to open the public hearing on the village CDBG application?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Franz?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
Trustee Perez?
Here.
That's 6.
Public Works Director Joe Karachi will now explain the 3 CDBG applications. Joe?
Yes, thank you very much. As you mentioned, we are looking to submit applications for 3 different projects for the upcoming 2022 to 2024 CDBG call for projects. Last month, staff did submit notice of intent for these 3 projects. All 3 were approved, met the criteria for CDBG funds, and were approved to submit applications. So the village will be submitting under the neighborhood investment category of CDBG. Funds are available only in the low and moderate income areas of the village that are identified by the Census Bureau. Tonight's public hearing will satisfy one of the requirements of the grant applications for each of the 3 projects. We ask that any of the attendees here for the public hearing, please sign the record on your way out if you haven't already done so. I'll briefly describe each of the projects, and then once I'm done with all 3 projects, we'll open it up for any questions or comments that you may have. So the first project we're going to talk about is the roadway and water main improvements in the Brown Gate subdivision. Brown Gate is basically Green Valley, Kevin Lane, Stoneham, and North Franzen. So it's a little offshoot off of Marshall Avenue. The project is intended to include a water main replacement with a new 8-inch ductile iron main with all new services up to the property line. We will also replace any lead services that may be found in the project. It'll also include some new storm sewer, pavement reconstruction, which will include new curb and gutter, driveway aprons, new full-depth asphalt pavement. It'll have spot sidewalk repairs, ADA upgrades, and also some potential installation of sidewalk where that currently does not exist. The cost estimate for this project is $1.9 million, and the village intends to request the maximum $600,000 for this project. Second project is going to be the water main and roadway improvements on Argyle and Twin Oaks. The project is going to consist of Argyle, which is Marshall to the cul-de-sac end to the east, as well as Twin Oaks from Marshall to the east end. Project will include water main replacement with a new 8-inch ductile iron main on Argyle, new storm sewer upgrades on Argyle, and pavement reconstruction on Argyle, again, with new curb and gutter, new driveway aprons, new full-depth asphalt pavement. We're going to be looking at an enhanced resurfacing, which is a mill and overlay of the roadway on Twin Oaks, some spot curb repair, spot driveway apron replacements, and some spot sidewalk and ADA upgrades on the entire project. The cost estimate for this project is $1.5 million, and again, the village intends to request the maximum $600,000 in funds. The third project is the 2022 residential streetlight project. This project will consist of the installation of about 45 new residential streetlights. This will mirror the residential streetlight program we've been doing for the last 6 years. The location of this is going to be on the 1000 block of South Addison, 1000 block of South Center, Belmont from York to the West End, Argyle, Twin Oaks, Green Valley, Kevin, Stoneham, and Franzen in the same location mentioned before. The cost estimate for this project is $568,000, and the village intends to request $481,425 in funds. And the reason for the difference there is the grant will pay for all hard construction costs, but it will not pay for design engineering or construction engineering. So those are the 3 projects. Something to note about these CDBG funds is that they are not guaranteed. We are allowed to submit 3 projects for a 3-year period, 1 in each year. Depending on how many applicants they get and how much they have in funds, they will notify us if we are successful in any of these projects. Should we not receive any of the project funding, the chances of us doing the projects will be put on hold until we can possibly seek additional funding. So that basically concludes my description of the projects.
Thanks, Joe. If any person would like to speak on the village's CDBG applications, I ask that you please approach the podium and state your name and comment. Seeing none, are there any online public comments?
There are no online public comments.
At this time, this will conclude public comment on the village's CDBG application. Is there any further discussion on the CDBG applications? Is there a motion to close the public hearing on the village's CDBG funding application?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
Yeah,
Second.
second.
Is there any discussion from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries. The public hearing is closed. We will proceed with the regular order of business on the village board meeting agenda. We will now move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name. We do not have any public comment. Are there any online public comments?
There are no online public comments.
This will conclude public comment. At this time, I would ask that we deviate from the regular order of business in order to present the awards for the 2021 Village of Bensonville Landscaping Contest determined by the Garden Club of Bensonville. Is there a motion to deviate from the agenda for the presentation?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Yeah,
Second.
second.
There being a motion and a second, any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries. We will now announce the 2021 Village of Bensonville Landscape Contest winners determined by the Garden Club of Bensonville. Third place, 192 South Mason Street. Is anybody here from 192 South Mason? Anybody here from the Garden Club? Well, congratulations, 192 South Mason. You're in third place. Second place is 224 Barron Street. Anybody here from 224 Barron Street? Congratulations, 224 Barron Street, you're second place. And first place is 421 South Addison Street. Come on up.
So we like doing this program because while we do write a lot of code enforcement tickets to our residents when their properties are not in tip-top shape, we also want to recognize the people who take great care of their property. So as you can see at 421 South Addison, beautifully kept.
Big win. Well, thank you, sir. Here is your certificate, if you don't mind taking a picture with it. Be honored. We'll face that way. Great job.
Appreciate it. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. With mask.
Thank you so much for taking care of your property. We hope everyone else can follow suit and be inspired by you. The certificates for those not here will be mailed to them. We want to thank the Garden Club, too, for their assistance in helping us identify these properties. The Garden Club is the oldest civic group in town, founded over 70 years ago.
All right, moving on to the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the September 14, 2021 Village Board meeting?
So moved.
motion,
Second,
You have a second?
are there any modifications to the minutes? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $663,224.49. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Is there a second on the motion?
second,
Is there any discussion on the warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes,
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and the warrant is approved. Would the deputy village clerk please read the 9 resolutions and ordinances on the consent agenda that were discussed at the committee of the whole meeting?
Number 1, resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Bensonville and Bensonville School District 2 to provide a school resource officer for the 2021-2022 school year. 2, resolution authorizing the execution of a professional services agreement with Strand Associates for the York Road LS-10 lift station improvements in the not-to-exceed amount of $119,000. 3, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Independent Mechanical Industries, Inc. for the York Road LS-10 lift station improvements in the not-to-exceed amount of $1,016,255. 4, ordinance prohibiting the use of groundwater as a potable water supply and approval of a supplemental highway authority agreement in a designated area near 647 South York Road in the Village of Bensenville, Illinois. 5, resolution authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the Illinois State Tollway Authority, the County of DuPage, and the Village of Bensenville for the construction of the Elgin O'Hare Western Access, contracts I-16-4669, I-20-4722, RR-21-4584, and E-04A. 6, resolution authorizing the approval of change order number 1 with R.W. Duntman Company for the 800 East Jefferson parking lot improvements for an increase of $95,449, resulting in a revised contract amount of $122,569. 7, resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Globe Construction, Inc. of Addison, Illinois for the 2021 MFT sidewalk removal and replacement program in the not-to-exceed amount of $40,000. 8, resolution authorizing the execution of change order number 1 with Stewart Spreading, Inc. for an increase of $21,805.20 for the 2020-2021 sludge hauling contract for a revised contract cost of $221,705.20. 9, ordinance granting a variation to allow a paved parking area in the corner side yard at 301 South Justin Street.
Is there a motion to approve the 9 resolutions and ordinances listed on the consent agenda and as read by the deputy clerk?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Trustee Carmona? Yes. Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and items on the consent agenda are approved. We do not have any reports for administration or community and economic development. Under finance is the monthly treasurer report for July 2021 with the Village of Bensenville. And we will now discuss that treasurer's report. Julie?
Nothing to really discuss here. We're just trying to get into the mode of presenting our financials to you guys on a regular basis and transparency. So they're here. If you have any questions, we're here to answer them.
Okay, we don't have anything under the police department. Under public works, there's a resolution authorizing the village's intent to submit applications for the community development block CDBG grants for the 2022 residential streetlight project, CDBG roadway and water main improvements, which is Argyle and Twin Oaks project, and CDBG roadway and water main improvements Brown Gate subdivision project. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
You have a second?
Being a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Joe, I believe you summed it up
So
nicely.
this is just another one of the requirements for the grant. The resolution basically gives us the ability to submit the applications. We can accept the grants if we are awarded the funds, and then also designate the village manager as the signator for any of the paperwork required. So staff does recommend approval.
Any questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 5.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. Presidential remarks. Let's see here. The next Coffee with the Village President event will be held this Saturday, October 2nd at Sunrise Park from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Everyone is invited to come out and enjoy a cup of coffee and conversation with us. Also, some of you may have noticed, downtown is being transformed into Halloween displays. So the Wilkes Family Annual Halloween Display has relocated downtown. The Halloween displays will come to life with actors every Friday and Saturday night from 7 to 10 p.m. through Halloween. And the Bensenville Theater will also be showing classic horror movies and have Halloween-themed treats for purchase. So please see the village website for more information and schedules. That concludes the presidential remarks. Village manager's report?
Yes, I just have one item today to make sure everyone's aware of the low-income home energy assistance program that's administered by DuPage County. This is money that can help our low-income residents help pay their utility bills through the winter. We encourage anyone who needs that assistance to take advantage of it. More information is available on the village website. That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Do we have a village attorney's report?
I have no report, Mr.
Is there
President.
any unfinished business to come before the board tonight? Seeing none, is there any new business to come before the board tonight? Is there a need for executive session?
There is not, Mr. President.
Is there a motion to adjourn? Do I have a second?
You have a second?
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez? That's five.
Motion carries. We are adjourned, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.